Hello everyone, today we're going to continue the tutorial. So today we're going to start to write some front-end code, not a lot, because we're going to set up Webpack. So for today we're going to make module with config. So we're going to just put what we got in the server as a configuration, and then we're going to make it more modular, so much more easy for you to scale and add something. And after that we're going to set up Webpack. Webpack is a bundler, so I have an image for you, just really quick. So that take all your JS file, that take your CSS and everything, and that compile that much more small, and that make your app faster and make you use like React and kind of stuff regular browser cannot read because they don't get loader with Babel. And then we're gonna set up some basic React. So time to start. So last one we finish with that. Here what I want is I just want to remove the database and the middleware configuration. So here inside my server, I'm gonna create a config folder. Inside this one, I'm gonna create a db.js. So that's gonna be all my database setup. So here I'm gonna cut what I need inside my database, like that, my mongoose, and I'm gonna take everything. Here I'm gonna create a function, export default, who takes some configuration, and I'm gonna just add some indent here, like that. So now so if you follow, I'm gonna export a function here with a configuration as an argument, and I'm gonna connect that. I'm gonna cut this one right now. I'm gonna just pass it right there just for don't forget it. I'm gonna take this configuration and I'm gonna put that inside my connect. So now my database is right there. No need to go any further. After that, we're gonna do the same with middleware. We're gonna create a file called middleware.js. Here, I'm gonna cut what I have inside my body parser right there. After that, I'm gonna export default. A function will take my app as an argument, like that. I'm gonna take my body parser right there, and I'm gonna pass it right there. So if you follow, the app gonna be the one here. And because I like to import everything inside in one line, I'm gonna have an index.js where I'm gonna import db-config from db, and I'm gonna import middleware config from my middleware. And here I can export everything from the same file. So now inside my index, I can import from my config, because you remember, if you have an index.js, it's JavaScript smart enough to understand. If you just import a folder, you're gonna look at index.js. Here I can import my db config, and you see Visual Studio have auto compilation for that, and my middleware config. So now if I put my middleware right there, I can put the app inside. So this app gonna go right there, but now it's just cleaner for us. About the database, we're gonna stop to touch about it. We're gonna jump after we set up some webpack configuration, because it's a big chunk of code. So we're gonna import some stuff here. First thing we're gonna import as a dev dependency, webpack version 2.2. Yes, we're gonna use the version 2. So for the one who have used a version 1, it's not a lot of change, but just much more easier, and that let you use some vendor, etc. Here, I'm gonna add my webpack. Oops, sorry, webpack dev middleware. Like that. And after that, I'm gonna import HTML webpack plugin. And I'm gonna import another one, extract. This one is really long, text webpack plugin. I'm gonna tell you what is that right after when we're gonna start to use it. And we need a version 2.0.0 dash beta.5. Everything looks working perfect. After that, we need, because we want to use a CSS with Webpack, CSS loader. We need Babel loader for compile ES6 to ES 2015. We need some preset for Babel, like preset React. Babel preset stage 0, and we need Babel preset and will give us all the last all the last JavaScript code. Oh, like that. Perfect. We're gonna put some Babel preset right now. Easy, React, env, and finally stage 0. That's stage. We're good to go with that. Now we're gonna create webpack.config.js. Inside this one, a lot of code gonna happen here. We're gonna import webpack require. Remember, this part of your app is in ES5 because you don't take the Babel right now. So webpack, sorry. And now you get an error, no extraneous dependency. We're gonna take this error. We're gonna jump to ESLint, and ESLint you can add some rules like that. I'm gonna put that here, and I'm gonna put 0. 0 means false. So if you see now, I have no more error. I'm gonna take my path coming from, I'm gonna take my path from path. It's a library inside Node.js. No need to install this one. I'm gonna take my extract text plugin equal require extract text plugin, and I'm gonna take my const HTML webpack plugin equal require HTML webpack plugin. Here we're gonna create a vendor libs with an array of which library you use externally, like which kind of code you don't write. The kind of code will not really change a lot. So this vendor, what they're gonna do is they're gonna compile each other. So here, example, we're gonna add React plus React DOM. Two library who is used for get React, but don't change a lot, like every day. So what that means is when the customer gonna go to your website the first time, they're gonna get all the vendor as a cache, so that's gonna make your app much more quick for the second and third and fourth time, because they don't need to get this JS file. So here I'm gonna use module export. Here that take an entry. So this is the webpack conf file. Here we take the bundle. You take where the app start. We're gonna say see index.js. So we're gonna create this one. So in the root, a folder called source, and I'm gonna create an index.js file. That's it, nothing more. After that, here I'm gonna take vendor, and we pass vendor libs, the array we just created. After that, we have output. Why this one take a path? We take path.joint here with the dir name, and we told which kind of folder you want to create. For me, I always put this. You can put build if you want, but I like more this. So that's gonna be the folder where everything gonna go. After that, let's take a file and name. Here it's some variable name chunk hash .js. Here it's what the chunk for make vendor and manifest gonna ask us. So just follow what I write. I mean, nothing really awesome to know here, just some kind of variable you're gonna see after when we compile. And the public path we're gonna be the root, like that, nothing more. After that, I'm gonna have a module here. So this is how React Webpack work now. So we're gonna have some rules. Take an array of object. Inside this object, take a use here, where I want to tell them I want Babel loader. So we want to compile ES6 to ES15, ES6 to ES5. Sorry. Here we're gonna say test. So which kind of file we want. So we want some kind of regex, JavaScript, like that. Nothing more. Here we're gonna exclude node and module. We don't want to compile node module. That's it. After that, here this is the place for the CSS. We're gonna have a loader with the name of extract. So the one we just installed, extract text plugin, who have a method called extract with a loader, CSS loader. So what they do here? If you don't extract like that, what Webpack gonna do? It's they're gonna take your style and keep them as an inline style, not like a CSS file. So I mean, for you, it's your choice. You can do this inline, etc. But for me, if I do CSS, I want them to stay just as CSS. CSS is faster than JavaScript, so here I'm gonna add a test like we did in the top, but we're gonna put CSS now. So this is the place if you want to change like SAS loader, CSS loader, less loader, etc. You can change right there. After that, here I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna put plugins. Who is an array of plugin. Here I'm gonna have new webpack that define plugin. Here this is where you define with your environment. So I'm gonna have process that env where you're gonna look at node environment and see for the JSON that stringify production. So you know when you go create an app, you have some kind of environment like a dev or a test or production. So this is the place where we told the webpack to compile as a production if we say in the node environment. So that we're gonna add another one called new webpack optimize and a command chunk plugin. So this is the plugin where they're gonna create the chunk here. This is a method who takes some names. We're gonna call them vendor and manifest. So if you follow the name here, gonna be the name there. After that, we have new HTML webpack plugin. So HTML webpack plugin, what they do is they take a template and that look at the template and that recreate your HTML template, but they're gonna put the vendor with the variable inside. So we're gonna just create right now. So index HTML inside the source file, like that. Here, last one, new extract text plugin with the which name we want to give to the stuff, the file name. Just style CSS. That's it. Perfect. So the webpack is good to go. So just for test, we're gonna add some React code. So yarn add React and React done. Inside the source, inside my index, I'm gonna import React. I'm gonna import render coming from React DOM. I'm gonna import the app I'm gonna create after the class, the component inside my layout and my app. Yes, here I'm gonna use the render. Here I'm gonna have my component, and I'm gonna do document that get element by ID, and I'm gonna pass app. Now you're gonna see I have a problem with ESLint. Document is not defined. You need to go to ESLint at the top. You set up env. Env take a browser variable, and you can see browser. So env is environment. I'm gonna say the browser is true. If I do this now, ESLint understand I can use in the browser. After that, I'm gonna go to my layout. I'm gonna create the app. I just have right there. Gonna be React, and gonna be a stateless function with app like that, with the h1 of hello, nothing more. So here I have my app. If I come back, perfect, it's working. I need some HTML. I'm gonna do email. So if I do exclamation tab, here I'm gonna say a short URL, nothing more, and here I'm gonna have my div with my app. So time to test. I'm gonna do Webpack alone. I'm gonna see if we have an error. Perfect, no error. And look at that. My vendor 663 kilobyte. My bundle 1 kilobyte. My manifest 5.63. So if you see now, this is my bundle. So you see now I have the name bundle, and look, this is the chunk A hash that gave us. And now my manifest, so this is how Webpack can work, and my vendor. You see, so this vendor here is React. So you see Facebook, etc. They have all the command. This is Webpack. And inside my index HTML, this is HTML Webpack plugin, do this for us. No need to do this for yourself. Perfect, so now we're good to go. We're gonna come back here in no time, just for showing you some good stuff. So here, time to create the stuff with Webpack. First thing, we're gonna create a variable called mongo-conf. Gonna be a let variable, because we're gonna change it. If process, then env that node env, it's not production. We're gonna use Webpack middleware. So we want to use the dev middleware equal require dev middleware. Now an error from ESLint, global require. They don't like that, but you need to have require here inside the statement. So I'm gonna take require like that. I'm gonna go to my ESLint. I'm gonna put another rule, and I'm gonna put 0 for false. And now my require is gone. Here I'm gonna take Webpack from Webpack. Perfect. And I'm gonna take the last one, called it's gonna be my Webpack config from require. And now this is your config, so my Webpack config right there. Now here I'm gonna app.use. So this is a middleware. I know I have all my middleware here, but this middleware is just used for development. So I'm gonna just add the Webpack middleware. Inside this Webpack middleware, I'm gonna add Webpack, and inside this Webpack, I'm gonna add the Webpack config. And here, my Mongo conf gonna equal the one we have last time. Perfect. Else, so if this is production, app that use express static, gonna take the this folder, so the folder we just create right there. After that, we're gonna app that get here all the raw res, and I'm gonna put res that send file. And now we're gonna send the file from the path that join. Now the path is not working because I didn't import it. Path from path. So path that joined like that, and take their name. And here I'm gonna pass this and index HTML. Because you remember, React start everything from an index HTML. So we're gonna take this one. And now finally my Mongo conf gonna equal to process, then env that Mongo URL. So that's gonna be the setup later. And now my Mongo conf gonna go to my DB conf Mongo conf right there. So inside my server, inside my DB, this is the configuration right there. Nothing more. So now, if I type yarn star, who is known on index.js, look what's gonna happen. App running. So my Webpack is running. If I want to be sure, go to localhost 3000. I'm supposed to see hello if that works. And I see hello, everything is working in this one. If I look with my inspector, you see React root, and my dev tool gonna open because now it's a real React app. So now we don't have any CSS, we're gonna set up that. And just for be sure the app is working, the backend, gonna change this one for API v1 hello. So no one restart the Webpack. Perfect. And now I can do API v1 hello. Supposed to see hello world. Perfect. My server keep running, perfect. Now I'm gonna just create some CSS, style that CSS, nothing crazy. I'm gonna do body with a background color of red. Oops, background color red, like that. And now if you want to work, you need to import this CSS inside one of your JavaScript file, like that. So now if I do this, perfect, and all my CSS. So now if I go back to localhost, I'm supposed to get a big background red. Perfect, everything is working. Now time to talk about some Webpack. First thing, we're gonna install some package, just for be easier. Yarn add as a dev dependency, we're gonna add rimraf. Rimraf is, so if you use a Mac like me, you use the command rm or f for delete some folder. In Windows, they don't use it. So rimraf make this command available to all ecosystem. So here, inside my script, I'm gonna create one called clean, who's gonna be rimraf dist. For try this one, we're gonna run yarn run clean, and now that this folder should be done. Perfect, it's working. We're gonna add a new module called cross env. Here we're gonna create the two scripts. So we're gonna have one called dev. This one I'm gonna take cross env, env node env. I'm gonna put development and node index.js like we already did. And after that we have the clean, and I'm gonna create one called build. And the build gonna take cross and, so this is where you put your variable finally. I'm gonna put production, and that's gonna be webpack-p. Sorry, because we installed something before we finish. Sorry, this is a problem I did. Oh. I'm gonna change this one for dev. Well, that happened because I typed before some all the change came like that. Perfect. So now I'm gonna show you something. If I do on a webpack, so you see here I put the P on webpack. What the P gonna do? The P gonna remove all the command of webpack, all the space between, etc. So now you see my size 663 for my vendor. I have a bundle with 1.14, my manifest file, style, etc. If I go to my this and I see my style, this is my style, nothing changed. My vendor, you see all the space. If you see my manifest, all the space again, and if you see my bundle, so this is my code, all the space, etc. But now, if I run my build, yarn build, oops, I forget something here. I need to yarn run clean, so we're gonna clean, plus after that we're gonna webpack. If I do yarn build, so first thing we're gonna delete the dist. Everything gonna be production, so React gonna remove all the console log, all the command, everything. What I get ESLint plugin. Oh, this is my ESLint, sorry. Okay, everything will work. And now, sorry, yarn build, because my computer right now don't like the video, so just shut down ESLint. I just want to see you all small now. You see now my vendor is now 1442. My bundle is now 493 byte. That's it. If you see your style, now all is inline. You set the vendor now. Perfect. And if I see to my manifest, perfect. And now look at your index.html, that changed the vendor manifest and they add the style for us. And the bundle is everything really clean. Perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this small, not really small, but this part. I hope to see you in the next episode. The next episode, we're gonna start to work with React. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, hit the commenter. And don't forget, I have inside my repo, I'm gonna put everything. So just on my repo, 2 sec, everything is right there. So for you, because it's in English, because I do in French and English, always go to the English part, but I put my master as your version. So thank you, and have a good night. Bye.